Well, hello there. Welcome to your monthly numerology here at Readings at the Round Table. I'm Jennifer. We may have met before. And this is your numerology for June 2025. So, full disclosure, I've recorded this intro a couple of times. One time, my sound went out and I didn't notice. So now I have the little sound bar right in front of me. So hopefully I won't miss it if my sound completely conks out like it has in the past. Second, my little friend back here, Mouse, yeah, he has disrupted a couple of recordings, but no matter what happens this time, even if he gets in the way, I'm going to soldier on. That's what we're going to do. So let's get to it. June. All right, now I'm going to do the overview of astrology, and it is a very quick snapshot kind of overview. I usually do not cover a lot of the aspects, especially aspects with the moon and Mercury, because they move really fast, right? However, today I am going to cover a few aspects that I think are important, and that's where I'm going to leave that. So we're starting off June. June 6th, we have Venus moving into Taurus. And Venus loves being in Taurus because Venus rules Taurus and Libra. So Venus loves being in Taurus. It's a very happy place. I think this is going to be a good time for all. Money-wise and romance. Mostly when it's in Taurus, it's about money. It's about material things. But, it still has that little bit of a connection with love. On the 8th, we have Mercury moving into Cancer. But before Mercury moves into Cancer, which is about 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mercury is going to be conjunct Jupiter in Gemini. So while Mercury is still in Gemini, Mercury is going to be conjunct Jupiter. And that's some good luck, because our planet of communication is conjunct our planet of luck. I love that because, I'm double ruled by Mercury. Yeah, good times. So lots of stuff going on with that. However, Mercury does move into Cancer about 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 8th. Then on the 9th, Jupiter decides to jump ship and join Mercury in Cancer. So Jupiter moves into Cancer as well. This is a much happier place for Jupiter. It's not that Gemini was a bad place for Jupiter. It's just that Gemini is opposing the sign that Jupiter rules, because Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So that's an opposition that usually they're not happy, opposing the sign that they're ruling, these planets. So this is a happier place for Jupiter. Jupiter is going to be in a good space for the next 12 months in Cancer. Now, we have a lot of aspects on this day, a lot of aspects. The ones that are really important is the moon is square Mars, Mercury is square Neptune and Saturn, because Neptune and Saturn are right there together in Aries. Venus is square Pluto. So there are some squares that I just feel like are really important. And nowadays, when things are squaring Saturn, it's squaring Neptune as well. And it's it's kind of a double whammy with those squares in Aries. So just letting you know, and you can take a deep dive with some of these other wonderful, wonderful astrologers on YouTube and Instagram and listen to what they're saying about these squares. Because a lot of times the astrologers will cover them a couple of days before it happens. So that way I'm telling you when it's going to happen and you can go check it out. Okay, on the 11th, we have a full moon in Sagittarius that hits its peak at 3:44 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I love a full moon in Sag. Oh my gosh. Full moon in Sagittarius is just so much fun. It really is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, again, you always want to invite a Sagittarius to your party, right? Yeah. So on the 17th, we have Mars moving into Virgo. It is a good place for Mars. It is very, I mean, this is a very analytical fight. Maybe not one that you want to pick. I'm just saying. So with Mars and Leo, Mars is already fiery. I mean, it rules Aries. And so Mars and Leo is a very fiery, like, you know, we bring fire to the fight, right? Being in Virgo, Mouse, what are you doing? Please don't knock down the camera. I really do love this cat. Mars in Virgo is still going to be a tiny little bit fiery, but it's going to be more analytical, and it's still a bite that stings, let me tell you. But Mars in Virgo is going to want to take things apart and just be like, and you did this in 1987, and you did this in 1992, and this in 2006. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the Virgo energy with that fun-filled, like, Mars. So on the 20th, we have the sun moving into Cancer, and we have summer solstice. Oh my gosh, I love summer solstice. It's just an incredible time of the year. On the 25th, we have a new moon in Cancer that hits its peak at 6:32 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is square Saturn and Neptune. Luckily, it does move really quickly because the moon moves really fast. So it is square Saturn and Neptune. Not like it's not the worst thing, but I'm not loving all these squares with Saturn and Neptune involved. Again, I encourage you to take a look, and I encourage you to look up like the squares in astrology and what's going on, because this is about numerology, and this is just an overview of the astrology of the month, so you can kind of see what's going to happen with your life path number. On the 26th, we have Mercury moving into Leo. So Mercury in Leo is just right out there. Oh my gosh, Mercury in Leo wants to be seen, wants to be like right on top. I mean, you know, this is an Oscar winner right here, Mercury in Leo. So Mercury in Leo is a lot of fun, very talkative, and definitely like right up front wanting to be seen. It's really awesome. So at the end of the month, at the end of June, we have Saturn and Neptune in Aries, Venus and Uranus in Taurus, Jupiter and the Sun in Cancer, Mercury in Leo, Mars and South Node in Virgo, Pluto in Aquarius, and Pluto's retrograde right now. And we still have North Node in Pisces. So we have 3 planets in fire, 3 plus North Node in, 3 plus South Node in Earth, 1 plus North Node and the Sun in water, and 1 in air. It's very exciting planetary-wise. I know. I really do feel like it's a good month. I mean, I never look at any month as just going, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're going to be in this. No, because there's good and bad in everything, and there's always a shadow side, right? Right. But if you're prepared for it, it doesn't like pull you into like a sinkhole. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. All right, so for the crystal of the month for June, oh my gosh. So, I looked up a couple of things about this lovely crystal. It is citrine. So excited. And all of the publications and the website that I used to find the information for citrine are listed in my description below. I used the Healing Oracle Crystal Healing Cards by Rachelle Charman, the Encyclopedia of Crystals by Judy Hall, and this wonderful website that I found, and I love talking about some of these websites that I found, is Tiny Rituals. So please go check them out. They're pretty awesome. I love finding these places that, you know, talk about these crystals, and it's just fantastic. It's awesome. So go check them out, please. This is citrine, and of course, this is not going to be in focus. Why? Why is this not in focus? I mean, there we go. Thank you, Canon. All right, so this, the card that I pulled is from the Healing Oracle Crystal Reading Cards, Citrine, and it's about abundance. But that's not all. Oh my gosh. So citrine, you can find it in like a sort of milky white color. You can find it really clear, tumbled, rough. You know, they come in all. And really pale orange, like a really light yellow, or a darker orange. And I have examples of all. These are the ones. Okay, let me try that again. The chakras that citrine really, really hits home with is the sacral and the solar plexus. It does work on all chakras, but the sacral and the solar plexus are the biggest ones. It's the number one thing that you want to bring in with those two chakras. And I really, solar plexus is my favorite chakra, so I think we've talked about that before. I do have two examples that have small Herkimer diamonds in them. It's really kind of cool. And I picked up some extra ones because, again, I'm re-recording this because of my little incident. But I picked up some extra ones from a local shop called Heart, Soul, and Art. And these are so pretty. Oh, I can't wait to show them to you. So I'll pull these in just a minute and show them to you on the overhead camera. But some of the places that I read in in the cards and in the book, was that they never need to be cleansed. But I also read it, like, again, and I can't remember which one of these in the website or the publications, the best way to cleanse them is to sit them in the sun or to run them underwater. Now, I typically sit all of my crystals out in the full moon to like clear and cleanse my crystals. However, there are crystals that prefer the sun. There are crystals that prefer just like sitting on like earth. There are crystals that prefer just running underwater to clear them and cleanse them. I don't know if this crystal really does have to be cleansed or not, but I choose to clear and cleanse my crystals because let me tell you something. I get my money's worth out of these crystals. I use the crap out of them all the time. So just letting you know. This particular crystal is an amazing energy clearing stone. It absorbs, transmutes, and grounds negative energy. It attracts abundance, so it's perfect to put in your wealth corner with feng shui. It promotes joy, inner calm. It increases energy, and like if you're working in a creative space and you need to increase your creativity, this is going to be your best friend. Really is. This is a crystal that brings in the joy and magic of life. I mean, it really is associated with the sun. So there's a lot of joy here. This is a great stone for emotional balance. This is perfect stone for the 9-year that we're in for the numerology because it helps us to shift out old patterns of negativity and reverse self-destructive behavior. Thank you, Mouse, for cleaning yourself. Like right here, I'm just going to try to block him. I mean, really, he's going to like take a bath on camera. I told you I was just going to let this go. I mean, it's really so good. This crystal is definitely a fantastic purification crystal on all levels. I mean, it can cleanse all chakras, but it's really, really associated with the sacral and the solar plexus. It assists in manifesting wealth and abundance. It is a super awesome, fantastic crystal. Now, let me move my notes out of the way so I can show you some of these awesome crystals. Okay, sorry, stuff got disconnected. Okay, so these are clear and milky crystals, but these are the citrine that I bought from that lovely store, Heart, Soul, and Art here in Marietta. These are so awesome. Then I have some that like I've had for a long time. This is also another tumbled stone that's, you can see it's more milky, right? But you can see the yellow in it. Here's some that are not as clear, and these aren't tumbled. These are just the rough stones. so pretty. And this is one that has the Herkimer in it. I also have another one that has the Herkimer in it. Hang on. Oh, yep, right here. And you see how dark this one is? You see the darkness of the citrine? Isn't that just gorgeous? And these are ones that I have sitting on altars in my house and right over here in my wealth corner, you know. But oh, those are so pretty. Here's another one that is sort of, it's not exactly a smoky, but it's a lighter one. I think it is called a smoky citrine. One that has a little bit of a darker citrine in it. Then someone gave me this as a gift, and I keep it beside my bed. It's just a little vial of citrine. I love it. I love it. I love it. So there's all the citrine examples that I have. So you can find it. And I have some jewelry, but I've packed it up because I am going to do a pop-up shop. I do have some jewelry that I think is just fantastic to wear, like really close to the skin. It's awesome. So all of that being said, I'm really excited about June. I am. And before I get into your individual numerology, I will be pulling from for advice cards today, I will be pulling from Moonology, the Oracle cards, and the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. There we go. Thank you, Canon. The Goddess Guidance Oracle deck, those are the cards I will be pulling from today. And as usual, I will be reading from the Moonology book because there's so much information in that booklet that I can't ignore it. So I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful June. And let's stay tuned and see what's going on with your individual life path numbers. Hello, Life Path 2. All right, here we are, moving into June. June for you is going to be an 8-month. Now, we just had an 8-year in 2024. It was a 44 8-year, and that wasn't the best for some people. For some people, it really was. But 8 is abundance, all right? When we turn the 8 on its side, it's the infinity number, right? The infinity number. It's an infinity symbol. Sorry. It's an infinity symbol. It never stops. It is an abundance. But what are you bringing in? What are you manifesting? What is the law of attraction that you're working with? And that's that is totally your life path, is a law of attraction. So think about what it is that you're attracting in, because this month for you is going to be an abundance of that. And we want to keep it at a very high vibration. All right. We want to keep it like moving up the ladder and in a very high vibrational place, because the 8 energy, the 8 vibration is all, again, it's about abundance, inspiration, money, power. It's an infinite, I can't even say this. It's an infinite supply. Yeah. I'm like, I will get this out eventually. I will. The mantra of the 8 is, I embrace the power within me while honoring the divinity in others. And that is a key thing with the 8 vibration, is it's about service to others. It's about setting an example of self-empowerment. But when we're setting an example of self-empowerment, that means we've been through it. We have been through a bunch of crap, and now we can show other people how we were able to survive that. How we were able to survive, like, I don't know, toxic marriages, friends, families, or work situations, whatever. You were able to survive it, and this is how you're able to do it. Go give a TED Talk on that. I know. I'm sorry. But the thing is, like, with the 8 vibration, it's about service to others. It's about seeing the best in others and setting that example of self-empowerment when you've been through some really hard times, when you've been through some stuff, and now you can share that. Now you can be like, okay, this is what's going on. Yeah. This is also a time of karma. This is a time of reaping what you've sown. So if you've put some really good energy out there, Life Path 2, this month for you is going to be fantastic. It is. The lesson of the 8 is to lead with compassion, for others and yourself, and not with the ego. So when I say leading with compassion for others and yourself, it's not about just going, I need to get to this financial place and I don't care who it hurts. That's the wrong way to go about it. It's like, I want to get to this financial place, but I would like other people to come along with me. I want to elevate my business, and I want all the people that are working with me to be elevated as well. That's leading with compassion for yourself and others. Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. The shadow side of the 8 is taking on extra responsibility, especially feeling responsible for other people's choices, trying to fix other people. Well, that's fun. And too much attachment to the material. This is not a state or a place where you can fix other people. It's not there. Everybody has free will, and you can offer them like a life raft, you can offer them a lifeline, you can offer them whatever they need, but if they don't take it, you can't force it down their throat. I know, it sucks, doesn't it? Especially when you're like, I know what they need to do. Yeah. Step back, offer them the lifeline, see if they take it or not. That's the best you can do. Now, with you, Life Path 2, I really feel like June is going to be a marvelous month because you're all about harmony, you're all about balance, and couples in any kind of situation, any kind of partnerships. So we're talking about romantic, business, friends, like just working, all those kinds of partnerships that we have in our lives. You are all about like that relationship sort of unity, like coming together with the community, with, again, your coffee clutch, with your book club, work, family. You want everything to be harmonious and everything to be full of love and diplomacy. Yeah, you're a very diplomatic sign. Well, typically. But I want to tell you that this is going to be a marvelous month because Venus is moving into Taurus. Venus, oh my gosh, the planet of love and material stuff. So this is encompassing both of those parts of Venus here because we have the 8, the vibration of the 8 that you're moving into, which is the material side of Venus, and especially Venus and Taurus. And that part of Venus that is also about relationships and love, and you're embracing both sides of that this month, and I feel like it's going to be a fantastic thing for June for you. I mean, because this is what you're all about. You're all about the law of attraction and making soul connections and keeping your heart open. Now, the mantra of the 2, I'll just remind you, I'm sure I say this every month. I'm pretty sure I do. With an open heart, I joyously receive and offer infinite love. That is lovely. That is lovely. And it is going to be easier to do that when Venus is in Taurus. Yeah. The lesson of the 2 is how do we cooperate, love, connect, and open our hearts without losing ourselves. And that does have a lot to do with the shadow side of the 2. The shadow side of the 2 is putting other people first. Putting other people, especially like a group or a unit, sacrificing yourself for the good of the group, the unit, the partnership, whatever, the couple. That's really not where we need to be. It's not. There's a balance here. Again, balance. There's a balance here that you really do need to follow. Because all of that can lead to being overly sensitive, indecisive, timid, tactless, and you really are very diplomatic, or you try to be. It can also lead to that martyrdom, that victim mentality. And that, again, that's not where we want to be, Life Path 2. We want to be in a more balanced and harmonious place. Yeah. I think this is going to be an awesome month. I really do. Again, I'm excited to see like Venus and Taurus. It's a big deal because it's really going to be affecting you because you are in an 8-month and you are a Life Path 2. So you're feeling the vibration of both the material side and the relationship side of Venus in 1 month. So it's good that it's in, that Venus is moving into Taurus. Yeah, well, it's really good. All right. Okay, these cards keep jumping out at me. Like they're leaping out of my hand. So there's a lot of cards that are just like, pick me, pick me. Yeah, pick me, pick me. Oh, hey, I should switch the cameras. Oh, that's awesome. Yimanya, golden opportunity. Oh my gosh, important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. This is fantastic. If you are really in that moment of law of attraction where you are in a place to get the abundance of the 8 energy, of the 8 vibration, this is an awesome time. It is. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. Okay, jumping out cards. Really, come on, let's stop that. Because I think it's me just fumbling around. I don't think it's Spirit trying to reach out, to you. But the energy is gaining momentum. I like that. Waxing moon. The energy is gaining momentum. Again, you're moving into an 8-month. It's pretty awesome. I need my glasses. I don't even know why I try to read the tiny fine print without my glasses. Waxing moon. During the waxing moon cycle, hope springs eternal. Like that. This card is a very positive omen, indicating that you can create the reality you're dreaming of, though it will take some work and you're not quite there yet. This is a time of energies rising up. Emotions are building up too. That's really interesting. Where do you want to go, and do you believe you can get there? Either you can just keep meditating and focusing on your desired outcome, or you can make the courageous commitment to make more practical steps towards your goals. Whichever you decide, you are most certainly on the right track. I know I'm headed in the right direction. This is truly important for you to make sure that you understand law of attraction energy here and manifesting. The law of attraction energy is innate to the Life Path 2. So, maybe just brush up on some of that law of attraction studies. Or maybe you already know it and maybe you're already doing it. That'd be awesome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful June. And until we see each other again, get out there and make your magic. Bye.